Hello and welcome to another episode of Creators in the Cosmos. I'm V.
I'm Jen.
Okay.
Ooh,
Woo!
hey.
So it's only appropriate to start this episode with
Oh.
This has been in the making since 2008.
You'll
Keep
have to
that
forgive
in.
Jen and I. We're going through like second puberty. There's been a funk in the cule and
Mm.
we're defunkifying still.
Yeah, that's real. But today's episode is going to be pretty wild journey. We really decided to sit with and analyze for you the astrology of all of your Twilight, the series characters.
Except Rattata.
Except for Rattata, because she's literally a child.
The
Okay. I
regurgitate.
know you guys are in the Twilight world pretty damn deep, but I don't think not everyone's gonna know who that is.
Okay, okay.
So
So,
Pash.
okay.
So
So,
we all have autism, and there's this thing called hyperfixation where you can like double down on one subject matter. And I'm just sitting with two experts of Twilight Saga.
whoa, hold on, pause. Hard stop. I am like intermediate at best. However, comma, if you need a good Twilight meme, I got you. I'm like the junkie. I'm not well educated. I don't dissociate into all five movies like Kay does at least once a
Yeah, so
week.
let's elevate the queen herself.
Kayla, tell us
Hey,
about, give us a little Twilight rundown.
why does it hit so hard for your tism?
Honestly, it probably highlights a better time
A
in my
better time.
life.
Yeah, real.
And then, you just realize that, like, if I fixate on this, and when you go down the lore of how Schmeier was one, a Mormon, and two, wrote this book, unpacking it, the layers keep layering, and it ends up being a fixation and a spiral.
So it's kind
Yeah.
of like Shrek in the way that it's like an onion and he has layers.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I I for sure got really into the books back in the day and I read all of them and I really remember it was probably one of me and my best friend's first real fights like where we just didn't talk to each other for days because of the Team Edward to Team Jacob division. I was a Team Jacob.
Team Jacob.
Team Edward. But my
Mhm.
choice in men says it all. So it's
Yeah.
I
okay.
don't think we ever fought about it though.
I
No.
No, we were okay with not having to share.
Oh,
Mhm.
I was very, yeah, we took it very hard. I felt like it was like a resistance or I don't know, I felt very like revolutionary energy behind my decision. But I really think there's some really deep psychology that should probably be studied for Teen Edward to Team Jacob, but maybe we can figure it out with the astrology right here.
Um,
Bom, bom,
just
bom.
a little subdivisions. There's also, like, I don't know, Team Charlie and Team Alice. Let me just throw that out
Literally, I
there.
was about to say, can we go through and say who our team is now that we're almost
Oh,
30? Well,
healed.
mostly almost 30.
Yeah.
Healing.
So we
Yeah,
know you two are Team Alice.
yeah, Big Alice. I mean, it was
I
always
don't know.
there.
I mean, if I'm going for Bella's ship, I kind of feel like it's Carlisle.
Mm.
You can find me later.
No, I will not fight you because I agree.
Okay, okay.
Although, like, I'm not really into men, but the team Charlie, not for Bella, but just the team Charlie bitches kill me. I love the memes. Please keep them coming. They're hilarious to
Um,
me.
can you say Daddy's home? Even if you choose Carlisle or Charlie, Daddy's
Absolutely.
home.
Yeah. And their astrology really doubles down on that as a concept that we came up with, and we are 1,000% accurate.
This,
Are we ready?
yeah, we rewatched the entire, well,
We
Jen and
did.
I rewatched the entire series. It's just another Tuesday for Kay.
Yeah.
Facts.
But we did this through the lens of astrology, which is just something Jen's autism does a lot, and I my autism's always down for anyone's fixation.
Honestly, I 10 out of 10, if you are into astrology, rewatching, knowing astrology made it
Hmm.
hilarious. We all were dying laughing.
But you know who really merged, I think, the hardest with this concept was Kay's son.
Hmm.
Yes.
And he was
But
killing it. He
Yeah,
was
he just
calling
was
out
looking at the screen and
Scorpio.
going, Capricorn. Like,
He
yeah,
said,
Capricorn.
absolutely.
I forget what the scene was, but everyone was quiet and he goes, "That's so Scorpion."
Mm.
Yes.
Right? It was very Scorpio, whatever was happening, but it just killed me. I love him. He's a genius.
Should we break down one character at a time?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
start with our
we can
main
go down
bitch.
the list.
I got Bella because I was laughing so hard when you rewatch this and you realize how much she is a Virgo sun. It about kills you. She has that nervous energy of Virgo. She like nitpicks everything. She's always picking at something, which is also very Virgo. The nails, there's like biting the lip, like the nervous like habits are all there. I also think like she wants all the details and she like can't stand that she doesn't have all the details. She spirals about it quite literally. She gets sick really easily. Like she's just
She sits in her room for 6 months.
yeah.
Same,
It's
Bella.
very, very Virgo sun. Then we decided to give her Aquarius rising. She's okay with looking unique. Yeah, she definitely goes against the group, but then also still supports the group. So she's like there for all these friends, but I also think yeah, she very clearly doesn't like live any of their like lifestyles and niches.
Yeah.
The Aquarius rising, like oddball energy is there, outsider kind of. I feel like Aquarius risings always kind of like have a little bit of out of worldly alien-esqueness to them.
Hmm.
And then she just goes into vampire world instead. So
No.
it
So
maths.
vibes. Yeah.
And then Scorpio moon is what we assigned her. We did this because the obsession with love so quick and so like I will martyr my entire life gives a little bit of the scorpionic blend energy that happens, but then she also tries to play real cash about it.
Yeah. No, she loves some power play.
Loves some power.
Yeah.
And the adrenaline with the like jumping off the cliff, like
Mm.
just to like make him feel something, like that's very power trippy, Scorpio. Yeah, do you want to
Yeah.
handle Edward for us?
First of all, I just want to note that in our notes, I love that you put Eddie boy. I was like, who the fuck is Eddie?
Bella, Eddie boy.
Okay, so Eddie boy is a Cap sun. He is a Libra moon, which I can definitely attest to that one. And a Virgo rising, which I would love to understand how we got to Virgo rising. Anybody?
I feel like
His
Scorpio rising was what we ended up like landing on.
Oh,
maybe it was his room.
Mm, the
oh, but he has
books.
a Cap sun. I feel like that could be Cap, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so debatable
Oh, yeah,
Scorpio
that's exactly
rising.
what this is. Please explain.
Yeah, I feel like the Cap Sun comes from just like yeah, the goal orientedness is there. Like I feel like they definitely have a plan. He doesn't like to break into that like emotional, like I'm sticking to what my plan was. We definitely analyzed his bedroom a lot, like the records and the books.
Music, the classical music, everything being in its place, and also how like outwardly cold and calculative he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's easier for him to go towards negative emotions like disgust and disdain as opposed to another Cap Sun has joined the chat. Hi, Peachy.
Ooh, Peachy's here.
Um,
I
as opposed to
hardcore agree with Libra moon. Like,
mhm.
no doubt about it.
What feels that way for you?
Oh, I don't know. Bella, we shouldn't be fucking friends. Next scene. Hey, Bella.
Aren't you my friend?
Oh, why can't we hang out? Why? I kind of, what if we maybe, because just kidding. Don't fucking talk to me. Did I not say we shouldn't talk? Oh, Peachy, I love you. But like, did I not say don't fucking talk to me? Next scene saves life.
Mm-hmm.
Next scene, stop fucking talking
I
to me.
want you forever. Oh, I'm actually leaving. Never talk to me again. You'll never see me again.
Leaves her in the
Sees me again.
woods. Leaves her in the woods.
Breaks up with her, leaves her for 6 months, sees her cliff. Well, technically, Alice sees her cliff diving and doesn't see the end of the vision. Him, I'm just gonna kill myself, even though I broke up with her.
Also, he sparkles. It's Libra coded, but like,
It's very aesthetically pleasing.
yeah, yeah, right. All right. Do we want to debate the Virgo to Scorpio rising? Because
I think that would be good.
Virgo rising versus Scorpio rising. Okay, so we see a lot of organization I feel like we were tossed up because both, no shade to actually full shade to Virgo man. Um, y'all are very manipulative.
Oh, that's right.
Like
I remember that being
top
a part.
next tier. Like you guys sell this fantasy and then rip it away
And
in like
Edward is
2 seconds.
very unhealed, so I can see him leaning into that.
Regardless of Scorpio or Virgo, both like really like to dig deep. And he does like go into like this kind of critical analysis very easily of like,
I feel like if you read Midnight Sun or seen any excerpts, you would be Virgo rising for him.
mm,
Okay, that's fair. That is information neither one of us have went down.
mm-hmm,
I've only
yeah,
read excerpts because he's so obnoxious and I can't.
mm-hmm,
Like it's
What do you
just
mean that's your
way
love?
eh.
yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to move on to Jessica?
Yeah, so Jessica, Queen.
So funny. I thought we killed this one.
Yeah, this one is
We
the one I'm most confident about.
we did kill this one. I think we knocked this out of the park. So we assigned Jessica the I'm going to start with rising sign, the Gemini rising, because you see so many layers of Jessica. She is the social butterfly, the valedictorian, the talker. She knows everyone. She knows the in, she knows the who, she knows the what. Um,
A little jelly of Bella at all times.
at all times. And then you see the other side of her where she's like, will just shade anyone and everyone, either behind their back or to their face. It does not matter. Even at the wedding speech, Jessica
A
is
little
shading.
shady.
She talks with her hands, very Gemini
Yeah.
rising. Mm-hmm.
And then we move into the sun and the moon. We gave her double fire. So Sag sun, Leo moon. Uh Leo moon because of how very large in charge and gravitational she is. Um and then hey, Sag rising over there. You want to take over the Sag sun?
Oh, absolutely. So the biggest thing is honestly with the sign up, like I just see a lot of myself in Jessica. Like
Very bluntly
for
honest.
me, it's
Mm-hmm.
the way we know so much about her when she's such a side character, especially in the movies. I remember her being a bigger character in the books, but in
Yeah.
the movies, she's such a side character, yet you get so much from her. First of all, she know, like you said, like she knows everything, and yeah, that's very Gemini coded, but Sag is sister sign. She's also, I think, the way in which she's so spice, and again, that could be the Leo moon, but the way she's so spice about her delivery is it's giving Sagittarius.
She's like,
It's
wait,
just
you
like the
just
little
met
blunt,
him a week ago and you want to marry him. I'm just like making sure that, and Sag will like call you out with the most blunt
but
thoughts.
it's also in like one-liners. Like it's like really quick and then like moving on.
The
Like
new
you don't get a
moon.
whole lot of her, but we already have so much information about her because that Sag comes out with just enough.
You
Mm-hmm.
saw the Gemini rising and you see it all in New Moon um after the movie and she's like if that was supposed to be a parallel to leprosy that's not funny my cousin has leprosy
Yeah, hilarious.
like
Absolutely.
It has the
her
drama of Leo too. Like the fire is so loud, I feel.
Absolutely.
and she's like yeah homeboy on the bike if what are
Abs-
you an adrenaline junkie now like
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Are you adrenaline junkie now?
absolutely. So good. And then she ends up in the end being open-minded as a mutable sun would. Like, I feel like she ends up taking it all for what it is and ends up finding a understanding. She felt very easy to clock. We land on that one really fast.
Another point for Sagittarius Sun is she's in every scene where there's an out of town excursion.
Hmm.
Homie's always down for an adventure.
Hmm.
it's
Absolutely.
la push baby
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Go get that sunshine.
Sunshine.
Okay. So Charlie was probably the most discussed.
yeah
It was like a lot of deep thoughts, and what we landed on was Taurus sun and moon, and then Aquarius rising, triple fixed energy. Feel like Charlie always shows up consistent across book one
hmm
to the very end, movie one till the end. We landed on Taurus because I feel like he gives a very like calm, peaceful sort of energy. He definitely cares about Bella's like main needs being met. He's eating food in a lot of scenes. Like he just
He's
says
always
he's at
eating
that
something.
table or he's at the diner.
He lives
Um,
the same life.
he likes his routine. Yeah, he wants to be comfortable. He likes his comfort shows. It all lands. So we decided to make him a new moon, like double Taurus energy. And then Aquarius rising, because first of all, the relatability to Bella is pretty cute because that would be
Rising.
yeah, double Aquarius rising. And I feel like Charlie and Bella really relate on how they instinctually show up at
Hmm.
things.
But it's
Um,
also a really awkward relation. Like
Yeah.
it's not like super like warm and fuzzy. It's sorry, I love you, Kay, but it's awkward.
Aquarius Aki. They like
Yeah.
Aki. No, it's not. It's a
Yeah,
compliment. You just
it's
complimenting Kay. That's not a, I'm sorry. That's a,
I just
like,
don't want her Leo to hear and be offended.
it's I hope you like purple. Purple's cool.
uh-huh.
Purple is cool. I made a space for you in the medicine cabinet. Like it's
Absolutely.
it's those little things that are
The
so
little
important.
weird one-liners. Yeah, it's so quirky and unconventional and oddball. He's okay with hanging out by himself. He also has his people though too. Like he's got his little crew.
Also, he lives the same day, so triple fixed makes so like he's so comfortable living
Mm-hmm.
the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Sue Clearwater's fish fry.
Mm-hmm.
Game day. Like, you know what I mean?
It's Thursday. We're eating a burger.
And it takes him
Even in
a
the
long
argument.
time to process Bella being in this situation, like
The entire
the
series.
entire series. Hmm.
Even down to like their argument in Twilight. And Bella says, "What, Dad? You gonna live the same day every day? Dinner at the diner and pie for dessert?" Like,
Uh-huh.
oh, and she called it out. It's like so hard. And then
And
you
that's
see
her
like,
mom's exit speech from what, 14 years ago, and it still like resonated because
Uh-huh.
homie's triple fixed.
Mm-hmm.
he lives the
Mm-hmm.
same
And
day.
Taurus does not let it go. They do not let it
Mm-mm.
go.
Especially double Taurus.
I know V and Jen don't necessarily go down the shout out ratties, the Twilight shit posting rabbit holes that I literally fall through all the time. There was a post about how people were literally analyzing like Charlie, and they said something and they're like, Charlie never got over it. He was acknowledging how damaged, like he just got his daughter back. Edward literally just like scarred the fuck out of her. Like, yeah, she's 17 or she's 18, but like, that's his baby.
Mm-hmm. Taurus
Absolutely.
does not let go of their pain. They like hold it too. And yeah, it that completely tracks and checks. Also, Taurus doesn't like to throw anything away. And the fact that he just like this truck, like even the truck is funny. Like all of it. They just like to savor everything for what it is. I think we did great.
We did. I think we pegged Esme really good too.
Do you want to explain Esme? Because I feel like I'm not in the fandom enough to understand this. I don't even, I think I tapped out when you guys were deciding this one.
We felt
Yeah,
good
so
about it.
yeah, Jen and I can banter back and forth about Esme. So for Esme, if you guys know anything about astrology or Twilight at all, what is the most nurturing sign?
Mhm.
Cancer. Um, And this is literally why Carlisle chose Esme, was because of how nurturing and motherly she was, and how he knew he needed a mother for Edward. Now, we gave her a cat moon because if you've ever seen the inside of the Cullen household,
Mhm.
organized. She's very grounded in her emotions. She's very logical, but she also brings that divine femininity in. Wow, that was hard with my retainer in trying to say that word. We gave her Pisces rising as well because just overall like softness for her, intuitive, being able to call the shots, like, you know,
Yeah, she
12th.
has that little Pisces dreamy kind of charm to her that kind of just like portals in with everybody, like really deep listener. She's been through a lot. How has she changed again? We were analyzing their,
She was changed right after Edward during the Spanish
oh
influenza
yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Any other Twilight people can correct us if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was dying as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Both
No.
Cancer and Cap care so much about like home.
Mhm.
life and family and like double down on building out like a family unit. And you can tell she's really doubled down on that energy
I
too.
feel like the best piece in the Cullen household that really encompasses the Cancer Cap Pisces in this would be the
Graduation
the gap.
catwalk.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The organized sentimentality
But
of
also
hmm
like the level of delusion that that's like a thing. She's like, yeah, it would be so funny if we just took all the caps and made them an art install.
hmm hmm Absolutely.
and no one catches on, which
I mean,
okay.
Charlie points it out.
hmm
Yeah. And he
Yeah.
goes, huh.
Aquarius
Yeah.
Taurus would bring that up, you know? Well,
And
since now I know who you guys have chose as your daddy, why don't you guys
Okay.
break down the next?
Okay.
You're,
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense why you're into it. The Virgo moon
Yeah, I
has
don't
the
think
hots
I'm
for a Virgo
into it.
sun.
I'm not okay.
You
Hold on.
said daddy.
That's a little I might like men of you. Ah, anyway. So Carlisle.
Men,
Um,
men will do that.
no. I don't want it. I have no patience. Anyway,
He take care of you.
please. I will say my Virgo moon does appreciate a Virgo sun.
hmm
And that is what we have deemed for Carlisle because Dr. Daddy, we actually deemed him triple Earth because, again, very grounded. Obviously, Esme's Cancer sun needs Dr. Daddy's Cap rising
hmm
because
yeah.
mommy daddy signs.
Works at the
And
hospital.
and then that
Mhm.
moon rising like
hmm
synastry for them.
Also, if you've listened to our Chiron podcast, cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, the Virgo sun being Chiron and Capricorn being Saturn, it makes sense to me that he's Dr. Daddy, like the
hmm
wounded healer, but also like
Yeah.
his whole family structure is put together in a very intentional, like thought out way. Like, obviously, it's like usually they're dying, but like the way he even has them navigate. I don't understand how we got to Taurus moon. If one of you guys could explain that, I think I missed that part.
Maybe it was more because we were seeing just him like kind of stick with his routines. Was that it?
Yeah.
A little bit
Mhm.
more. And he does bring like a calm and peace. Like he never gets riled up when anything is coming.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
it.
think we were like he has a very grounded presence.
He also
Um,
knows when to uplift, like uproot and go. Like,
yeah. Yeah, which is, I mean, the Taurus moons usually have more trouble with change, but the Cap rising in Virgo would double down on it. So debatable on the moon sign. Feel good about our Virgo sun Cap
Anyone
rising.
listening who has a better opinion, we're all open. This is all for funsies anyway, so join the conversation.
All right. I can do Alice first because, hey,
yes.
they. We gave her Gemini sun because as V and I are Gemini suns, it's very easy to spot. It's 1,000%, not even debatable. We gave Alice a Pisces moon and a Virgo rising. So the Gemini is that like playful, tells a bunch of stories, makes sure everyone is always comfortable,
Throws you a birthday party.
throws you a party,
Mm-hmm.
gets excited about all the little details. Like we gave her Virgo because she's efficient. She also can like see into the future. Feel like there is
Which is also Piscean. Like it's that psychic
Mm-hmm.
action.
absolutely. So she definitely channels into her deep powers a lot of the time. So that's why we definitely went with the Pisces moon because the intuition is strong. The Virgo healing abilities are there. She's definitely first to jump in if someone's hurt and needing help. I think she organizes things very good and kind of helps hold the family together in that way. But then she has the Gemini playfulness and positivity at like all times. Like she holds on to that deeply. And her partner, ooh, and her partner, um, we Jasper was funny.
Jasper, buddy.
Yeah, so we went with Scorpio sun and moon. And that's just because he's just staring and watching. And he doesn't give you, like, Alice gives so much, Jasper gives so little. But then Alice can also read into Jasper's thoughts and then cyclically relay them for everybody, which works
Power play.
his,
Power play.
yeah, his favor. And his Scorpio goes, okay, I see what you did there.
Jasper
Oh,
impression.
yeah, it's good.
Bella, Jasper, no fair with the mood thing.
Okay, can we talk about that though? Can we pause on that one real quick? Isn't it weird That's the only power that worked on Bella.
So it's because he's controlling the energy around her, not her
Well, hear
brain.
me out. Scorpio Moon didn't want to admit they had a fucking feeling. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Sag Rising. Hello. It's the questionable resume. It's the also we never hear about it until like the most random moment of your entire life. And it's because he's finally like not being Scorpio and he's like teaching everything, all these random skills he just happens to know.
Hmm.
When up until now, like he almost can't even breathe the air Bella's in.
We didn't quite know what to give him. The Sag was a little bit of a debate, but we felt like if he had double Scorpio, it would really try to pull back the energy of Sag because he does have this like light up when he goes into a mode where he's like, yeah, getting to be in charge and like lead the whole group, but it's in
I
a,
found
yeah, it's in a fun, playful way.
I also
so
feel
I
like that double Scorpio is why like you get a whole lot of nothing. And then with the Sag coming in, when you finally do get something,
Mm-hmm.
it was one a plot hole for Smire, whatever. Um, but apparently it was explained in the lore that Jasper's power is pheromonal as opposed to like mental.
okay, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like everyone else's is mental that like
So
tries to get to her.
yeah, so he's controlling the physical reaction, but not her actual like mind. Um, let's see. Oh, my eye is starting to go.
Yeah, every night. That really is.
But the way people like explained it because they said that like because of Jane's power being like physical slash around, she's not actually causing pain. She's making them believe that they're in pain.
Mm.
So it's a mind thing as opposed to it being like a surrounding thing.
Oh, that's what I thought too. Yeah, that one. The only thing I would say is questionable is arrows with the touch, but even then, you're like memories,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so it still taps into mind. So that's fair. I concur. Thanks for closing that. I've thought about it like 6 times since we rewatched, and I just keep forgetting to ask.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about projecting and manipulating emotional states rather than relying on physical changes.
Mm.
Makes
Nice.
sense.
Do you want to
Um,
break down Emmett and Rosalie for us?
yeah, I feel like you'd be real good at those two.
Oh, Miss Rosalie. Okay. Um, obviously we have that little partnered pair. So I love this couple. I don't know if anyone knows. I was like hardcore Emmett fan. V
Mhm.
knows. Like I loved Emmett. Like technically I boasted myself as like a team Emmett. I don't know,
Mm.
just carrying around the boiled eggs. That was like
And that being
he's
like his actual on-set lunch, that was not a prop.
Yeah, into the cafeteria. Emmett
yeah.
walks in once and it's been very analyzed. He has a full bag of hard-boiled eggs.
Like like a 24 pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so this leads me into his sun sign, which we gave him an Aquarius sun. Now, if you guys have watched the movie, he has some really funny one-liners too. Like when he gives Bella her birthday gift in New Moon, and she's like, a box. He's like, I already installed it in your truck. It was a sound system because he was hyper fixated on having like cool things or things he deemed to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you have the Leo moon and Aries rising. Now, these I'm going to kind of explain in conjunction because it's double fire. Now, Leo moon, this man is just like fiercely loyal, right? Um, and these just all meld together really well because he is such a weirdo, right? And but then you just see him being so open and bold, like he presents himself very confident, very strong. He's alluring himself, like
He's
with
so Aries rising to me too. Like
Absolutely.
yeah,
Like I already installed it in your truck. Like not only the like Aquarius part of the present, but then like the Aries, like I could not wait.
when Emmett has a thought, he goes for it.
It's
Like
done.
it's done. It happens really fast.
Completed.
his anger too, like
Yeah.
full send. Like
Yeah.
that man hunting down Victoria and they go switch into the Quileute territory. Uh, um he like butts heads with a werewolf
Yeah.
and like you just see him like raging in the river like you
And you
fucked this
also
up for
never see
me.
him like check in with Rosalie and be like, babe, what do you think about doing this? Like
No.
It's
no,
done.
it's done. It's done.
Also, I feel like he's very Leo pretty.
Hmm.
He's yeah.
It's a big energy. It's
Yeah.
a big
He's
energy.
Emmett is a big person and a big energy.
Hmm.
Like, but also like with that Aquarius sun, it like balances everything out because he is overall presented as like pretty calm. He's pretty calm until ignited. And then
Yeah.
like,
Which is so Aries rising. Yeah.
He
yeah.
also gives like full moon baby energy.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
True. True.
Full moon baby over here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Our other
That's what
Leo
you
sun
liked about
Aquarius.
it. That's what you liked. It was sun to moon.
Well, and moon to sun. It was
Yeah.
both.
Cute. Hot, hot.
Um,
And as
and
we're
then we have
learning, sometimes Aries gets her too.
Rosalie. And of course it seemed to deem correct that we put her son as Emmett's moon. Now those two have the most beautiful love story. Rosalie was a firecracker. Her whole like villain arc. So the way she died becoming a vampire, she's like, I was a little theatric back then. Um
Yeah, she also like cared so much about being hot and perceived beautiful by everybody
yeah.
when she was a human, which is very Leo Libra.
And Leos love a costume change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also her Cancer moon. If you've seen, she's so reactive.
Yeah.
Um,
She
when
doesn't
she's
let
looking
go of the
away,
past. She brings up the fact that she didn't want to be a vampire. It's been so long. Like, I'm sorry, you at some
get
point have
over
to
it.
accept your reality. And Cancer moons will never do that.
Hates Bella until Bella is bearing child and is like, fuck no, I fucking love
Baby.
Bella. Respect her.
Hoping Bella dies so that she could be the mom.
Yeah.
Um,
So happy until came back to life.
I have a Cancer moon mom, and like, this is the type of behavior. Like, she lives like a movie from when I was like 10 years old as if it just happened and then uses it against me. And I'm like, we don't, that's so long. There's no relevance for what you're saying. And like
yeah,
Rosalie bitching every single day. It's tired. Like it's
Mhm.
just no one needs that every day.
the scene where Bella, we cooked Italiano for you. We already ate. Great. Just great, and then breaks the bowl and walks away. That is so Leo Cancer coded
Uh-huh.
if I ever
And you
Absolutely.
saw it.
always see her though in like 10 out of 10 makeup and like full do, like hot outfit. Like,
The wig bust down.
so it's
Like,
giving kind of dramatic. Like if you're feeling that bitter, like you don't usually go that hard. Like there's just a lot of like layering and emotional. It's just an emotional
Well, and when
ride.
you add the Libra rising to that too, like the aesthetics are on point, but
Hmm.
also
yeah.
too so willing to flip the script when it benefit. Like this is Libra in the way that Libras can be very opportunistic.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
fucking can't stand that bitch's guts to, oh, absolutely she should keep this baby.
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
Or like when they're like trying to like l- um divert the scent and she's like, why do I have to wear Bella's jacket?
she's
Like,
going the
why am I
opposite of everyone else. Everyone else is trying to go with the flow with it, and she's like, this is fucking
Resistance.
stupid.
But you know what? Aries rising Emmett and Libra rising
Also makes
Rosalie
sense.
are sister signs. They love each other. So Aries
oh
rising and Libra rising thrive. So
High key, I think they're the best couple of the
yeah,
series.
it
Like,
works.
least
oh
problematic, might be bitchy outwardly, but as far as the two of them go, like, I think they make the most sense.
and the
Absolutely.
way like Emmett outwardly admitted to like how they went at it for their honeymoon is
Uh-huh.
like
Which is also so Aries, like,
Uh-huh. And then Libra's like,
yeah.
like, stop. But, like, also, like, he's right. But, like, stop.
Okay, Miss Team Jacob.
I'm so excited. Can't wait. Jacob, my sweet. I love a hero that comes in when, it's so sweet.
With
He's
that good logic and that good lore and those, like, way healthier communication style.
Yeah, and just like willing to like really be a present friend and deal with the emotional need.
And he has real abs and not painted on abs.
Mm. Jacob, we assigned Aquarius sun, Aries moon, and Cancer rising. So we went with another Aquarius because I feel like Aquariuses are very social, but like they have their people, but they also are like very okay with just being off to the side. Jacob like fits in with his community, but he's also just like willing to go do his own thing. The
He gave
casual
up alpha.
yeah, like he's just there for the group and making sure his people are good. The Aquarius kind of one-liners are there very often. The joking is there. He also like loves to talk about things with Bella. I feel like they go into like pretty deep conversation relatively. And yeah, the communication skills come from Aquarius sun. Aquarius is a good communicator most of the time. Um and then we have
Aries.
Aries moon. So I am a Leo moon and I attract so many Aries moons. It's actually kind of crazy. But Aries moons are like passionate, like playful little kid energy. I feel like they always stay in that like playfulness and Jacob goes into that mode when he's feeling real good, like quick, like just excited, passionate, nerdy. We really
Yeah.
doubled down when he was like showing off all his motorcycle parts. Like he got excited, like, oh, I someone is into what I'm saying, and I'm gonna like just like tell them everything. That is the passion behind an Aries
He
moon.
said he fixed the bike too quick. Like if he was smart, he would have drug it out.
He also will
Hmm.
do the adrenaline stuff. Like he is willing to have fun and be playful, which is very Aries moon coded as well. And then we decided to give Cancer rising because Jacob is so linked to the family. I think how he emotionally feels is like his emotions feel right on his sleeve, which is very Cancer rising. And he also is willing to like fight for all his people in that very Cancerian way of like, you will always be family and I have to figure this out. Like he,
Has a crush on the girl that he's known since he was like
yeah,
born.
never lets it go.
Never lets it
Really to the
And
point of
imprinting on Nessie.
baby.
you
You
name
named
my
my
child
baby
after
after the Loch Ness
the
Monster.
monster. Also in New Moon, where like Bella clearly goes way too fast on the bike, doesn't listen because she's fucking stubborn and an idiot, and then busts her head open, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for bleeding." He's like, "You're sorry?
Mm-hmm.
It's just blood." And like,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
nurturing
Kind of
side,
she
no
doesn't.
fault.
like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you apologizing to me for?
And he knows like every single ancestor and family lore, which is very Cancer too. I feel like Cancer always will know the details of like that
Oh
other
yeah.
people will not always hold
Ancestry.
of ancestry. It's a deep connection there. I feel really good about what we said. And then that would put, you know, Bella's Aquarius rising then with Jacob's Aquarius sun is also
It makes
Deeper
sense how it works.
understanding of each other.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So next time we do one of these, which are going to be like one-offs here and there, just to add some silly, goofy fun to everything. We're actually going to do this live where we choose a series that we're going to watch and maybe just one-off movies to start for the live, just for less editing purposes for myself. But if you would like to suggest what movie we should watch together and then you guys hear the full processing in real time as to why we think what. Make sure to leave a comment down below. If you want more creators in the cosmos, make sure to follow us on all of our socials, TikTok, Instagram. It's all linked down below. Kay, what entrepreneurial things do you have going on?
I have my link tree is always live. I do take readings or a cleansing or a paintings all by commission. So if you guys ever wanted to tap in, I do energy work by commission as well. Um, any bindings or spell work is a case by case basis. So,
And how can we find you?
you can find me on Instagram, on TikTok. On Instagram, I am 50 Shades of K. or Luna's Divinity. I'm more active on my 50 Shades of K account, and I am Luna's Divinity on Facebook and 50 Shades of K on TikTok.
Amazing.
That 50 Shades of K TikTok and Instagram is also linked down below.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jen, what are you up to?
Yeah, so my website is sensefulwellness.com. We recently launched just a full membership where you can get access to all of my yoga classes, astrology, and workshops that I've done for self-love and healing things. And yeah, that's where I also do bookings for astrology.
Naps.
The
I'm mostly a bookish content creator at the moment. So if you want to follow me at Diary of a Fairy, everything's linked down below. I recently realized, both of you.
Text I woke up to. I was like, when you were gonna tell me it was dairy, and I'm like, I
I've
didn't even know
accidentally
it was
been Dairy
dairy.
of a Fairy online since July because I'm dyslexic and so is everyone else apparently. And the people who did notice told me that they just thought I was rhyming. They were like, I don't know, I just thought it was an inside joke I didn't get. Like, is that my Sag rising? Am I that unserious that everyone just like either thought it was Diary of a Fairy with me
It's
or was
also
like,
the
yeah, makes
fact that
sense.
we literally regularly make fun of my ex for having a fucking milk party on the lake. And then the day that we find out we linked creators in the cosmos, I find out that they're still on my email list because I was like, oh, someone clicked on creators. Let me see who it was. And I was like, fuck, why is their email there? And the fact they click and then see Dairy of a Fairy.
But then I fixed it the next day is when I realized.
I doubled down on Dairy.
Okay, well, Danny didn't notice either. So
Yeah, he said when he typed it in something felt wrong, but he couldn't quite place it.
That is the funniest thing. No, I feel like ever since like dairy comes up like on the regular
It's been
too.
too
And
much.
now every time me and Daniel just look over like it's just forever dairy fairy.
No, beach milk. Fuck you. I'm
You're
Diary of a
beautiful.
Fairy on TikTok and Instagram. I'm so far down the bookish rabbit hole. So Akatar, Fourth Wing, especially Crescent City, and I'm about to be done with Crescent City and start the Throne of Glass series.
You do tarot readings. You have crochet
yeah.
products.
Yeah, I do tarot readings. I don't currently have a link for it. So, like, if you are feeling called to a tarot reading of mine, just leave me a comment. I'll follow up. Um, yeah, I feel like everything I'm doing is much more collaborative. So, like, I am also going to be a part of Jen's community. I'll be helping run the Discord. I'm currently getting my 500-hour yoga teacher training certification and somatic healing certification. So later on next year, I will be offering more things, but right now I'm just kind of helping, doing my own thing.
B is a powerful witch and helps co-host retreats with my team and is incredible at magic.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not great. I'm just saying I don't have a
I'm just
link.
a helper.
I'm just
Hey,
immutable.
Virgo, over there, make the link.
Oh, I mean, it's all linked down in the bio. I'll make a link. Jen keeps trying to bully me to put my bandanas on her website, so I'll
Absolutely, as
probably make a
products.
shop.
Because people ask me about them all the time.
Yeah.
One of our friends wore one to the Halloween party this
Yeah,
weekend, and it
they
made my
all
heart
want to
so
buy them.
happy.
And then I try to get you to put them as a product and you find other priorities.
Okay, so in my defense, I VA for Jen. So like I'm always like, no, no, let me do this project first. Like there's always another project for me to do before any of them. But I will not launch anything else with
I
you
sent every
until I make
picture
us a
of me in
shop.
a bandana to a Dropbox. It's been sent to your email. Thank you for listening.
Someone sign off, please.
Thank you for listening to Creators in the Cosmos.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Na 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 na.